Thanks for joining me on the webinar today. My name is Dean and I'm a Key Account Manager at Awin US. I've been working at Awin now for around 3.5 years, where I've been working on a wide range of verticals from telecoms to retail and travel. Today we'll be looking at how advertisers can use post-transaction data available across all sectors and how to harness insights. So we will begin the webinar introducing custom parameters and the technical requirements needed to capture these additional data layers. From there, we will look at generic data points before exploring specific sector parameters. For those who are wanting more insight into a particular sector, please email me after the webinar as we have guides readily available. My contact details can be found at the end of this presentation. We'll be highlighting the benefits of tracking advanced data points, which will include how to report on these metrics and a case study focusing on driving new customer acquisition, which is always a hot topic within the affiliate channel. So looking into the introduction of custom parameters, while advertisers may already be collecting custom data points internally, this sometimes can be difficult to align back to specific publishers, requiring timely cross-referencing of different sources and Excel files. So one of the easiest and most efficient ways to track customer information is through passing back key data that is readily available on an advertiser's site. It is at this stage that we recommend you work alongside your account manager to understand the goals of using these parameters. Using custom parameter tracking, advertisers can pass these additional data values directly to Awin along with basic sale information. The recommended method for tracking is to assign specific data values of interest, such as loyalty card number and payment type, as a parameter key. These can then be easily compiled automatically with transactions as an overlay and referenced in a data visualization using our business intelligence software tool, Tableau. So it really is at this stage that we recommend you work alongside your account manager to understand the goal of using these parameters, as there are 254 in total to select from. To drive great return and achieve fixed program objectives, it's evident that you first need to understand the customer you are converting through the channel. This approach most definitely needs to be highlighted at a publisher type level, but for those savvy advertisers close to the numbers, a publisher by publisher approach will reap rewards. After all, insights bring forward strategic ideas. Some of the most common uses of analyzing a wider data set is to spot purchasing trends. An example here could be to understand which publishers are great at converting customers directly after a launch of a limited edition sneaker sale, say. We could leverage this insight into our planning, making sure we have the best cut-through messaging on the best publisher site at the right time to drive engagement to an audience which is actively willing to purchase. Other areas of interest that we have seen advertisers focus on are identifying seasonal peaks. As mentioned previously, really looking at the granular details by individual publisher performance is key, and of course having a 360 overview of the customer journey. Now, how do we activate custom parameters? So I'm not going to speak tech for too long, I promise. However, I would like to stress how easy it is to track custom parameters. As mentioned, Awin can track 254 data points, hopefully covering all your reporting needs. Pretty much any data which can be passed through the conversion tag can be delivered to the Awin interface via a parameter key. In the example shown here, the parameters being captured are product name, size, color, taking parameters P1, P2, P3 respectively. So if you would like any more information on the setup, then please email me after the webinar where I can introduce you to our dedicated technical team who would be happily able to assist you. So looking at the generic parameters, we know data is a fundamental component of any affiliate marketing program. Having this data allows advertisers and account managers to make informed decisions around the program. While there are a whole host of parameters on offer, this slide highlights the most generic p-value used across most sectors. One being new or existing customers. This will help us identify the publishers that are effective at driving new customer acquisition. This is one of the most common areas that advertisers are interested in exploring, as often there is a lot of focus on new customer acquisition. However, that's not to say you neglect your loyal customer base, just perhaps a different strategy is needed. Delivery type. This parameter will help to understand the delivery options that customers choose. For ticketing advertisers, it can be combined with the event date to understand whether the immediacy of the event has an impact on the delivery type. Thirdly, product details. This could include the name, brand or size of the product. For repeat purchasing, by passing back this information, it will enable us to see how often a customer returns through the channel. It will also allow us to provide insights into publishers that repeat customers are purchasing through and whether or not they are returning through the same publisher. 5, customer country. We'll be able to understand how far customers are traveling to the event or the origin of their journey and which affiliates are driving bookings from further afield. And 6, booking to stay lag time. So this parameter is widely used with travel advertisers to understand the booking date in relation to the stay date to view the impact of last minute versus advanced planning. So next we're going to deep dive into the different data points Awin can capture by vertical, looking specifically at the travel and airline sector, the electronics appliance sector, the fashion and retail sector, and the ticketing sector. Here I'm going to highlight some of the most used parameters and they give some examples of how these could work in practice and feed into your overarching planning and strategy. Again, this is definitely a talking point to discuss with your account manager as the possibilities here are endless. Therefore, you really should anchor your thought process to a particular goal in mind. So what data to track? So we're looking mainly at travel here. So stay data, one of the most common additional data points. Stay dates look at the date for a hotel or holiday customer. Tracking this point allows us to compare this date with the booking date and calculate a booking to stay lag to analyze last minute bookings versus planned stays. Night stayed typically passed as an integer. This allows us to analyze the different customer routes to purchase for short-term, long weekend, week duration and longer stays. Stay country, looking at the stay country of a booking, we can understand customers' journeys, utilizing IP addresses to look at the country of booking and how far customers travel via the affiliate channel and in particular specific publishers. We can also compare effectiveness of products by country across all key performance metrics. Customer loyalty, this can be either used for online travel agents or direct partners. It's also useful to look at affiliate performance in light of the loyalty level of customers. Again, this could be used on a tiering system, perhaps in a bronze, silver, gold format. And then finally, stay city. Further to analyzing the stay country, we can understand more about popular destinations and domestic bookings through tracking this parameter. Now looking at airlines and flights, the origin IATA code, similar to destination IATA codes, with origin codes we can accurately map the full journey and match typical departure and arrival points. The destination IATA code, using the IATA code we can accurately map the destination of the customer to a specific city based or airport location. Outbound date, understanding the outbound date in relation to the booking date will allow us to view the impact of last minute versus advanced planned flights. Inbound date, viewing the inbound date in conjunction with outbound date, we can map trip lengths and how these vary by affiliates. And then finally, add-on products. Using these parameter values, we can clearly see how flight program USPs or add-ons can be used to upsell bookings and ultimately improve AOVs. And then add-on products can be combined with where there are multiple values via separations with a pipe. Again, this would appear within the tracking itself. So looking at the practical uses. So we're going to be looking at the practical uses of custom reporting, and to note the travel sector is one of the richest in terms of post-traction data. Device-specific strategies. A suggestion here would be to evaluate patterns across different mobile touchpoints and to see if you could leverage the findings to inform your marketing response. Perhaps there's a clear fluctuation in AOV. Would this change the way you respond to mobile-only campaigns in terms of the price point you push and the copy used? Booking to stay lag. Perhaps we could encourage sales by selling inventory to publishers that we know have a shorter lag time from booking. Night stayed. Again, pinpointing publishers that typically lean more to long or short-term stays could influence your media planning and reduce time on both the advertiser and network when deciding promotional decisions. This is great for a last-minute promotion which needs to be turned around in 24 hours. Number of travelers. Could we use this booking behavior to target our message to the most engaged audience within our affiliate base? Perhaps you could use the Awin tagging tool to really identify which publishers cater to these audiences. Add-on products. By understanding which publishers drive particular add-on products, the account management team can produce strategies to encourage similar purchasing behavior. Stay city. Further to analyzing stay country of the travel customer, we can glean actionable insights by understanding more popular destinations and domestic bookings through this parameter. Okay, so we're going to go into the electronic sector now. I'm firstly looking at the loyalty and membership number. Again, like we said, by passing back this information, we can see which customers return through the channel. Again, providing insights into the publishers that repeat purchase, and via which publisher do these repeat purchases come from. The product brand, well, this parameter tracks the name of the electronic brand, allowing aggregation and comparison of brands for an advertiser. Similarly, product name, this parameter again tracks the name of products, again allowing aggregation and comparison to take fold. Add-on products, this parameter value can be used to concatenate the various USPs and add-on products that may help sway customer purchase decisions. So practical uses. Practical uses for the electronics sector are great to gain richer insights. Also, I just want to remind you at this point that parameters you see on a sector and think not necessarily fit within my sector, that doesn't really matter. As long as we can capture the data layer on the conversion tag, we'll be able to add this element into your reporting needs. So looking at the membership number, by understanding which affiliates convert higher numbers of loyal customers, a strategy which encourages repeat purchases can commence. Perhaps you have a goal to achieve repeat purchases to convert via the affiliate channel, maybe due to marketing reasons, plus you know that they usually convert on a higher AOV. The parameter will spot what sites they are using, and via your marcoms you could increase the willingness to purchase your product over a competitor. Again, hopefully this kind of combats any kind of market share concerns you have. Maybe you could overlay this finding with the device and add-on product parameter to further increase AOV. Now looking at product and brand name, promotional messaging for popular brands and names can be used within your marketing copy on a publisher or publisher type level. And finally, add-on products. This is again a great way to increase AOV. You could do this tactically by offering a 10% off coupon on add-on products, or say if you know a publisher does well at selling antivirus software, why not offer it as a free add-on if you purchase the latest Spectre laptop. Now looking at the fashion and retail sector, product brand, this parameter tracks the name of the fashion brand, again allowing aggregation and comparison of brands for an advertiser. Very similar to the product name, again allowing aggregation and comparison of the product and to add for further basket analysis. The product size, this parameter will list the size of the products purchased, allowing further analysis of the data points. Discounting from RRP from whole basket, we can analyze now the impact that discounting has upon purchasing behavior. And finally is student. This helps us understand the publishers that are able to attract students and helping to further segment your affiliate base. Now for the fashion sector, it really is characterized by constant evolution as trends and online shopping experiences are constantly changing, and with that we recommend to have your finger on the pulse to identify these trends in real time so you really don't miss a great promotional opportunity. So discounting from RRP. This is a fantastic parameter to evaluate the discount in conjunction with purchasing behavior. Whether or not you just want to know the average discount value most customers engage with, or maybe you want to tactically ring-fence exclusive promotions with a % off with a set of publishers, this would be the route to take. Student. Another tool to help segment your publisher base, which see a high level of student custom. Why not overlay this parameter with the membership number to capture the students at the point of purchase? And finally, billing city. I would definitely recommend moving forward with capturing this data point if you are focusing on free delivery promotions or if you are trying to drive in-store footfall. So the final sector we'll be looking at will be ticketing. Firstly, looking at event date. This allows us to see the lag time between the purchase date and the event date. This will help to understand the affiliates that are driving last-minute bookings to events versus those driving bookings on day of release. Venue country. When combined with the parameter referring to the location of customers, it provides insight into how far people are traveling for the event. Venue city. As with the previous parameter, this data point will allow us to see how far customers are traveling to attend an event. Event category. This parameter allows us to understand the affiliates that are driving sales for a particular event category. It will help to target the relevant partners when there are certain events due to go on sale. If tickets have been purchased for multiple events, please split these out by using a pipe, which will be able to assist you when setting up your technical requirements. So finally, for the ticket's release date, this parameter will allow us to understand the immediacy of bookings by each affiliate and how soon after the release of tickets they are sold. So looking at the practical uses across the ticketing sector, first we have event date. We can apply these findings by creating flash sales to increase ticket bookings with publishers that have shorter booking windows between purchase and event. A suggestion around event category would be to perhaps run a whole campaign around this segment. If you know a publisher has a great reputation for festival sales, then you could run a pre-teaser campaign to build the initial interest with the intent to gain strong performance numbers on the launch day. This works hand in hand with the release date parameter also. Venue city. If a publisher overperforms within a particular city, then this insight can be used as a lever to sell more inventory at the given location. Again, this just gives you a better rationale when building out your promotional calendar and making informed media decisions. Release date. If a certain publisher or publisher type generates more purchases directly after launch, then highly anticipated events would likely resonate more with their audience. So now we're just going to look at why you should use custom parameters as an advertiser. Initially, one of the greatest benefits for advertisers is to gain much richer sense of customer journeys and purchase patterns for their own program. Custom parameters widely increase the ability to understand customer demographics on an affiliate-specific basis, allowing for targeted activity across the affiliate program. Additionally, however, there may also be the following benefits that can be utilized through custom parameter tracking. So firstly, benchmarking in the sector. The greater we build out custom parameters in the sector, the more metrics we can benchmark against. Providing we maintain consistency with how parameters are passed to us, we can understand what the sector is doing across the board, which will enable us to make more informed decisions on how to target desired customer groups. And then device-specific strategies. So I know we touched upon this before, but viewing custom parameters in light of mobile and desktop device use and potential cross-device, this will shed insights into how customers purchase across, say, the fashion sector, as well as how they interact with different device types in terms of the products they purchase. For example, we could ask the question, do customers research on a mobile device before purchasing on a desktop? Understanding customer lifestyles better. So utilizing anonymous account or customer numbers, advertisers can be better placed to analyze how customers become loyal and which channels they entered through, helping to maintain and drive further loyalty in the long term. And then finally, aligning publisher insights with advertiser parameters. Communication of insights gained from reporting on custom data to affiliates is key. However, there is also a wealth of data that could be further utilized from publishers in the fashion sector, namely around how customers reached a publisher, how they interacted with the publisher site, potentially compared offers, and clicked out to the advertiser site. Sharing this information will allow advertisers to see larger proportions of the full journey from browsing through to what type of customer they are after making a purchase. So how do we export and look at the custom parameter reporting? The parameter data is readily available via the Awin interface. You can pull this data via the transaction report. It is also possible for advertisers who are looking closely at custom parameters to visualize this via our business intelligence tool Tableau. Whilst these are bespoke reports that are typically used to supplement reporting, they can be used to understand the demographics of customers driven by publisher types or specific affiliates. For more information on reporting, then please either contact your account manager or myself. Again, the final slide will have all my contact information available. And finally, we're just going to look at a case study. And in this case study, a travel client asked Awin to track 15 advanced data points in order to create measurable and actionable insights via our business intelligence tool, with an overarching goal of driving more customers. This included the type of customer driven through the channel. The results revealed partners that are able to drive a desirable ratio of new customers via affiliate marketing methods. This insight shifted the effects and efforts of the campaign to focus on specific publisher types as well as individual partners to secure targeted placements to further increase the brand's exposure among a community of new customers. From the 3 partners which were optimized, there was a combined revenue uplift of 63%. An awareness and branding campaign ran with a previously small partner was able to open up the floodgates, achieving a massive uplift in booking and revenue by 734% and 552% respectively, while maintaining their previous new customer ratio. Targeted campaigns with the more established partners drove up to 60% uplift in revenue, while also improving the ratio of new customers booking on the travel brand site by up to 6%. So finally, just to summarize the key points and the key takeaways, which I hope you will leave today after this webinar with. And I think they are, or can be, broken down into 6 subsections. That's understand how purchase trends become available, looking at granular publisher insights, having a 360 visibility into the customer journey, having the knowledge to apply data-driven insights to guide program strategy, have a better understanding and a better use of placement budgets, and finally, the ease of technical integrations via the conversion tag. Now, if you're interested in gaining any more information or want to see the vertical specific packs of information that we have, please do contact me. On this slide, you'll see all my contact details. And yeah, now I'd like to open up the webinar for any questions you may have. Yeah, absolutely. I think what we can do from here is have a look at kind of your overall objectives with your account manager. And we can look at how we can secure new customers via custom parameter reporting. I think what would be useful is sending over the media pack that we have and maybe underpinning some of the objectives around those requirements. There's loads of different methods, I suppose. Going back to new customers, we could use bespoke rates on cashback sites, particularly if we know they have a higher new customer blend. I think it's really diving into the insights we can achieve on a publisher basis. Sorry, I've just realized that no one can actually see the question. We had a question from Alex in regards to how do we drive new customers via this approach. Essentially what we can do is once we have the data points in place, we can understand which publishers are driving more new customers, and then we can look at different promotional tactics in order to convert more new customers in those areas. If you have any other questions, it's probably best to just type them on the chat box. Okay. I think we're going to leave it there. Thank you for attending. Again, if you would like to have any more information, please contact me and your account manager, and we'll get back to you. Okay, thank you very much.